It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood. Would you be mine? Would you be mine?
Hey yo, what up? What up? This is your boy JD Jones, and I'm one of your hosts for Neighborhood Talk.
And I'm one of your other hosts, Mocca on the Block.
How's it going over there, Mocha? How you feeling tonight?
Pretty good, but just a disclaimer, my dog in here, so you probably hear him making some noises.
Listen, dogs are welcome. They are a part of the neighbor. We are a dog friendly community, so appreciate the disclaimer. But hope everyone doing well tonight. We want to welcome all of our neighbors this evening. We want to welcome all of our listeners from around the world, but allow us to introduce ourselves. We are the newest, latest, and soon-to-be most influential Web3 space to ever exist. Yo, not only is this our platform to display our newest and latest projects, such as Neighborhood Tales, right? But we're going to be sharing our space with the dopest guests, and tonight happens to be a no exception. Hey, Mocha, let the neighbors know who we have the privilege of hosting tonight.
Yes, so tonight we have Metaverse developer and influencer, Allen Bundy, or aka, the influencer of ScarBear. So please tell us where you're from and let the people know more about you.
Yo, what's going on? It's Allen Bundy.
Yeah.
Any relation to Ted Bundy?
Yeah, probably. I believe we from the same state.
That's even funnier, man.
No, my name is actually Lawrence. Okay. So Allen Bundy is kind of like an alias. It's an alias I took on because I was really fond of this television show back in the day called Married with Children.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see Allen Bundy. Al Bundy was his name,
Yeah.
and the actual character who played it was Ed O'Neill. That's why my name is Ed O'Neill. So it's just an internet alias for real. But you get it. I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
JD's part of town.
Yeah, that's my part of time. Yeah, detail for
Yeah. I give y'all a little bit of history. I got a retail background. I worked for Walmart for probably 15 Walmarts all across the country, Walmarts and Sam's Clubs. From here to California, all the way down to Arkansas, where the hometown is. I've been in music for a long time. Music is probably my passion, and I think being in music, if you ever dealt in music and you didn't have any money, you probably tried to multitask and do all of the jobs that everybody does. If you're a rapper, you don't got beats, you start doing beats. You feel me? When you're doing beats, you become a producer, you lose rap, start doing beats, do them more. Then you need graphics, so you become a graphic designer. You know what I mean? So now you can't do beats no more because you spend 40 years trying to learn graphic design just so you can make for art that you can't even do no more. You know what I mean? So I think that's where my whole concept of getting into the NFT thing is.
Yeah, man.
I've always been fond of doing artwork. I got into artwork during the whole music thing, and I started doing artwork. I started making money off of that, doing album covers and stuff like that for people.
And so would you say that's how you really got into NFTs? Like
that's how I got into NFTs. I didn't have no love for NFTs at all. I completely hated the idea.
Okay.
Completely.
Why?
Because it didn't make sense to me that somebody would pay money for a JPEG. It was just ridiculous. But here's the thing, though. It had to resonate that I was making album covers and people was paying money for a JPEG. You know what I mean? It was like, okay, hold on. Wait. Dudes need artworks to albums or singles. I make the singles. They pay me to make the singles, which is a JPEG. So how can I not believe that somebody would pay money for a fancy JPEG? And that's when I was going through all these emotions about it. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna stick with the cryptocurrency. Stick with the cryptocurrency. And I think something came across my timeline about some little girl. She was probably 12 years old, sold an NFT for like $1 million or something ridiculous. And I was like, wow, you know what? This is art. Because if we think about what an art museum is today, people go into an art museum and they buy ugly ass shit off the wall that has whatever meaning to you know what I mean? It has whatever meaning to the person who created, and the person who buys it don't even understand it, but they like it so much. So why wouldn't they pay for it? So okay, so then I transferred that to over to the digital media. I was like, wow, okay, well, if I think of it like an art museum, and OpenSea is like the museum, then maybe this does make sense in a future where technology is the main aggressor over anything that's physically tangible, because we're
Yeah.
getting away from that. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's right there. I was like, all right, because I swear I fought with my homeboy. He was the NFT guy. He was coming at me left and right. I'm like, shut up, Bathsheba. Shut up, Bathsheba, man. You know what I mean? Stop talking to me about JPEGs, bro. Go buy Sheba. You know what I mean? The guy didn't buy Shiba when I told him to buy Shiba, and he would have been up 13 million if he would have
Damn.
bought it when I told him to buy it. So after he ate his own crow from that, I said, all right, well then I'm gonna get up and this guy doesn't listen to me, so I'm gonna listen to him. So then that's when I started building the idea about ScarBear, like covertly. You know what I mean? Because I still didn't want this guy to know that I started dibbling into the NFTs after he done told me for all this time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got the actual idea from ScarBear because I really liked that cartoon Care Bears when I was younger. You know, I
Yeah.
liked that cartoon, and I started blending all of these ideas with that cartoon Scare Bear with like other cartoons like Captain Planet. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, maybe I can like intertwine all this stuff, bring something new. Well, nothing's new in the NFT game at all. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just do something different. I'll do the Scare Bear. I'll take the Care Bear idea, call it Scare Bear, and then I'll make them look kind of gross looking, throw people off. They think they're about to look at something real cute and cuddly going off the Care Bear notion, but really it's all gross. And I built that story from um, a population of people. So when I lived in Arkansas, there was a population of people in Arkansas. They're called Marshallese. I don't know if you're familiar with Marshallese people.
Yeah. I was
Anybody familiar with them?
yeah, I met one in the Marine Corps.
You did. So
Yeah.
you know they backstory.
No, tell me.
You don't.
No.
So the Marshallese, from what I understood when I was living in Arkansas, the Marshallese people, our government has a agreement with them that they can live here, I guess, like for free, pretty much, almost like natively. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's because we went over to their land, over to the Marshall Islands, and we tested some nuclear stuff over there. We screwed up their gene pool. This was kind of related a little bit in the movie Hills Have Eyes. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Or the wrong turn.
You gotta see that. Wrong, more, not so much Wrong Turn, but Hills Have Eyes, because Hills Have Eyes is based off the whole ideology of what those people were going through over there. So I took that and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go with that. And I'm gonna put that to my storyline. So that's where you get kind of like uh how the Bears look, how they came out, how they imperfect and everything. When you dig deeper into my storyline, they mate with another set of bears to fix their genes. And that's kind of like what the Marshallese do down in Arkansas. They find people, they find other cultures of people, sort of like how they colonize, and they try to make themselves better, make them look better, But yeah, and then I intertwine a lot of stuff that we know, um COVID. I mean, since it came through after COVID, I added a little bit of COVID in there. I added some things with world wars in there. So I built this whole storyline based off this Scare Bear ideology, created a society out of it, and how I could change, fix them, make them go through something, then fix them, and then later on connect them to like the gods who created them, and then attach that to the metaverse.
You know, one thing I can say, you got a great imagination.
Man, my imagination is crazy. I'm a Marvel junkie. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
I'm a Marvel junkie. It's nuts. You know, like this story. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of the story. The story basically is the Scare Bears. The Scare Bears are in their own habitat. You know, um, and a group of scientists come and they find them and take them back to a lab and they experiment on them. And they experiment on them. They change their DNA, screwed it up completely, and they were torturing these Scare Bears. So these gods, which they're later in the collection, I have a collection of like these reptilian gods. They're cybernetic reptilian gods. The artwork and everything is already done for them. Those gods seeing what they were doing, and they created this group of bears that were evolved. They're hybrid bears called the Evo bears. Evo short for evolution. Evo bears got sent to save the Scare Bears, mate with to Scare Bears, fix their genealogy, then bring them back to the metaverse to meet the actual gods who created them all. The story ends with with the 5 collections that's attached to them, because you get the baby bears too, that actually fixes the Scare Bear genes. And then the story reconnects next year after the collection, after these collections are sold out, and we finish the saga on whatever the story completes. Like it goes to planets, world war with the United States, not the United States, but with the world. And it goes to planets and planets creating other species and other collections attaching to the planets that other species are created on. So it's a huge story with huge utilities to to build on and bring other collections in under the Scare Bear umbrella. Because if whatever happens on this planet, it's probably happened on another planet, and we'll
Hmm.
tie other collections into that. So if you got the praying mantis monkeys, you know, because these guys come out with all types of stuff. You got the praying mantis monkeys on another planet, one of our planets. Then that attaches the Scare Bears too, and then we send or whatever we send the reptilian gods over there to do whatever. Like I said, it'll all interconnect. But the whole plan is to take a ton of collections, build up the funding, take more collections, bring them under the Scare Bear umbrella, create planets for their collection to coexist, and we fund those projects through Scare Bear as well. That way, it's a whole family. You know what I mean? And that attaches to the to all the other things that's involved in the utilities as well, like with the gaming and everything.
Yeah, I get it. That's, hey man, you done broke it down.
Man, I'm
Um,
colonizing.
hey,
You feel me?
we got to do it somehow too, right?
Yeah, for real,
um,
for real.
but like, so since we're talking about the NFTs, what was your first NFT that you've owned?
So look, I had to test the water first, right? I had to test the
Hmm.
water because the
You
shit
sound
just
fun.
had to make sense. It had to make sense for me, you know. So I had to test the water, and what I did was, I went in through because I use Chronos. I use Chronos, the crypto
Yeah, I
coin
like that.
Chronos for everything. I mean, that's kind of like my go-to outside of VeChain. VeChain is probably Chronos used to be like my number one. VeChain is my number one right now, and Chronos is like my number two. But at the time, Chronos was like my number one. I had been investing in it in years before it was called Chronos, and it was called MCO. So I had been in there for a while, and what I did, the first collection that came out under Chronos was, I believe, the was some chimps, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna buy a chimp. I'm gonna buy a chimp first, and I'm gonna see if I can sell it. Let's make this make sense, you know. And I bought the chimp. I sat on it. It was hard as shit to sell that thing. You know, like I think what it was is, I won't play the multiple choice game. You feel me? I'm gonna buy one fucking NFT and I'm gonna sell this motherfucker. So I bought this one motherfucker. And I don't know if you're familiar. So everything. So when you buy off OpenSea, everything is visually right there, so you can just buy. You know what I mean? You can see what you buying. Whereas like if you develop your own DApp on Chronos, you can kind of randomize how somebody receives whatever NFT it is. So I got a random ass chimp, and this chimp had like pink hair and shit. You know what I mean? And I'm like, how the fuck did I get a chimp with pink hair out of all fucking chimps? You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm about to be stuck with this motherfucker. So I'm like sitting on it. I'm like, no, I'm enjoying it and shit. I'm excited. Like, yeah, I got my first little NFT. This shit cool. Woo, 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 woo. After about a week, I was sick of it and was trying to sell the motherfucker. So the motherfucker never sold. I was sick about it. I'm like, these motherfuckers are selling these motherfuckers like crazy. I cannot sell my little ugly ass chimp. Took me about a month, I want to say. A month, I kept taking it down, putting it back up, taking it down, putting it back. And they had an independent market. They didn't go into OpenSea. They had their own independent market. And I kept putting it in there, and their floor is just raising like crazy. And I'm like, man, this is just getting outrageous. I can't sell it. So I ended up, a little while later, I ended up selling it. So I was like, okay, cool. I think I sold it for I bought it at 149, and I ended up selling it for about $800. So that was cool to me. I was like, okay, that's okay. This works out. I wait a month. I sell one a month and a half later. I make $800. Cool. So I go in, I buy my second NFT, and this is like I might have didn't even buy it. I won it like on in an NFT giveaway, and it was a Psycho Kitty, and Psycho Kitty was really hot. Like I tried to actually buy one of those, and the motherfucking website sold up and sold out before I got a chance to buy it. Yeah, I live on a farm and shit, so it's hard to get served.
Yeah, I can hear them crickets.
Till I can hear them crickets.
You hear the motherfuckers? You
Hey,
hear the
them things
motherfuckers?
going.
Them bitches is big as hell. They part of ScarBear Society and shit. But if you can hear me, I want a Psycho Kitty, and Psycho Kitties is really popular. They're still popular right now.
Yeah.
I want it, and at this time I had made a ton of money in cryptocurrency. I was just chilling on money, so I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to sell it. I'm gonna try and wait the value out and see.
Right.
The weirdest shit happened. I lost my wallet. My crypto wallet that had this Psycho Kitty in it, and but I could see it on the site physically, like visually. I could see it on my computer inside my extension. So I was able to transfer it over to my new wallet and then repost it. So I was like, you know what? This shit is too crazy to me. I'm gonna post this thing up, see if I can get rid of it so I can get everything that's having to do with this particular wallet out or whatever. So I posted it, and when I posted it, I swear to God, literally, I didn't even log off. I posted that boy, walked out of the room, came back in the room. The thing sold for $7,000. Right? Unrealistic. Mind you, the floor value was way down. I had posted it for $7,000, sold it for $7,000. I was just like experimenting. So somebody wanted that kitty really bad. It was like a drippy booger nose looking thing, the ugliest shit I ever seen. But they wanted it. So right there, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is where it is. Even if I can slow roll it, And then that's when I kind of started building on the collection. I had the idea. I was already working on getting it built, and I was working with people who were just lying about, because everybody in the crypto space lie about everything. They seem to exaggerate their abilities dramatically.
You ain't lying, man.
The shit is the craziest thing I've ever heard. they exaggerate. They would tell, oh yeah, man, I can make the NFT pop out the screen, and you like, oh fuck, this guy is great. This motherfucker can't even tie his gym shoes. It's insane with these lies. But I had a person doing the artwork, and like I say, she was lying. She was lying. She was doing the artwork, wasn't even really drawing the artwork. She was just basically copy and pasting. Got me out about 2,000-3,000 real quick. But the artwork was done. Got my ass, yo. Some shit a graphic designer could do, which that was me already. You feel me? Like I'm sitting here thinking she's doing some special shit. I'm paying the shit out of this girl. This girl literally just took a picture of what some shit I had and then copied and pasted lips and shit on it. You know, this shit was insane.
Yeah.
But she was in like Pakistan, so I couldn't do nothing about it. But so I get the collection finally, you know, and I'm happy with it. I'm like, okay, this is cool. I'm just sit on it. So then I started building the story. And I didn't even do like how a lot of these projects do, where they like get the collection build, start doing everything, and planning on releasing a collection and all of that, and then using whatever the investment money is to continue the utilities in the project. What I started doing was taking all of the money I was making in crypto and continuing the utilities of the project without the project even being released yet. So when I started connecting the stories, and I knew the Evo Bears was going to come next, and the Evo Bears was supposed to save the ScarBears, I had already had the Evo Bear collection, and the idea is ready to go. So at this point in time, I done already shot for an iPad at whatever, Apple or whatever, bought the ink pen, and I started drawing shit myself. At this point in time, I'm like, whoa, okay, yeah, this shit is cool. I can do these NFTs. And I'm like, no, I can't do these NFTs. Somebody need to make them, because I ain't no way I'm about to be drawing all of these people or spending the time drawing layers and all this other stuff is not happening. So I got with another guy, and he helped me build. We drew back and forth, and we sent each other ideas back and forth, and then we created the Evo collection. That was already done. So boom, I'm reattaching the story. Here we go. The story is going with the baby, where we're trying to fix the ScarBears genealogy. So I say, hey, we got to do baby bears. So I like to go with different artists because I like to have different looks. I like to see what people can do. So I got with this Nigerian guy, you know, and me and this Nigerian guy, I'm telling him, he's like, oh man, I'm great at websites. I can do all of this, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, cool. This is what you gonna pay. So I pay the guy. The guy builds my website. He builds my website exactly like he built somebody else's website. So I was frustrated about it because it didn't make sense. The guy lied about everything. He over-exaggerated his ability. Here we go again. So what he did was create the baby bears for me. He like, I say, man, I got to get these baby bears done. I'm going to go with the guy who did the Evo Bears, blah, 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 blah. He's like, oh, bro, I can do the baby bears. I'm like, for real? Okay, well, you did the website. Well, it makes sense. How many you need? I say, I need 1,000. This guy built the ugliest shit I ever seen in my life. I paid this guy $1,000 and I really want y'all to kind of see that shit. I'm so sick about it because I paid this guy $1,000, and this was the worst thing I ever seen. My daughter could have did it at the age of 2 inside the writing program in the old Windows. That's how this looked. Like the painting picture program in old Windows. That's how it looked. And I was like, bro, why would you tell me you know how to do NFTs? Why would you tell me you know how to draw? And he's like, oh, bro, I did what you asked. So this guy basically got me out of like $6,000 with all the work. Because for some apparent reason, the Nigerian guys, though, they stagger work and they ask for more money. Like they don't get it done. And I think what they be doing, they'll take your money and they'll give it to somebody else to do some work. Then they'll take more of your money and give it to somebody else to do work. So they got all of these people that they're trying to get your work from, and they don't know how to do. Some of them don't know how to do anything. So it's like, bro, you done? Dog, worse than middleman, and not like the guy who goes to everybody crib, set up jobs to cut their grass, and then have a bunch of kids lined up and pay them to do it. You know what I mean? Not like that. This guy, man, was a galactic scammer. You feel me? And then after he galactically scammed me, he didn't. I can't say he scammed me because he
Not
did
galactic.
some work. Galactic. This guy was like, he owns one of the ScarBear planets to scam. You feel me?
Jeez.
like for real, staggered me along. Like, and I kept sending him money. Like, yo, he's like, oh yeah, you need the KYC, and I'm like, what the hell is that? He's like, well, you know, that's how they identify you, blah, 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 blah. I stopped trusting this guy more and more. And I'm like, yeah, I can't keep doing this, which led to me getting scammed by other people because people need to know this. So KYC, I don't know if everybody know what a KYC is, but that's
Yeah.
basically your docs, basically, right? That's basically so people can know who you are, right? So I'm chasing a KYC because of this guy, and I'm trying to get it cheaper than what he can give to me. Because I already think he overcharged me for everything, which leads me to go get scammed by another guy because the other guy is telling me, hey, man, oh, yeah, I can do that real cheaper. It's another Nigerian guy, by the way. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, let's do this. Boom, boom. So I stall him out. I don't pay the guy. He's keep telling me, oh, it's getting cheaper. It's getting cheaper. You know, he triggered me and said, oh, yeah, man, but look, I'll go in on the project with you, which I fell for that. I don't know how I fell for that, but he like, just send me 250 and I'll put the other 250 with it and I'll do the KYC. Okay. I'm an idiot. I did it. Well, soon as he's like, wait for it, it's coming. The guy never delivered it. So I start asking him questions like, bro, what's going on with the KYC? Oh, it's coming. All right.
Man.
Next thing you know, hey, what's the KYC? Oh, bro, don't worry about it. The guy started getting into all my social medias, like into my accounts, and he started talking to like the support people, trying to get them to refund my money to him. This guy was the scammer of all time. And I'm like, bro, you what are you doing in my accounts? I gave you my email so you can do the KYC. He's like, oh, I was trying to get your money back for you. I'm like, but you already scammed me out of $250. He's like,
Whoa.
I didn't scam you. I'm like, what do you
What?
mean? Like, these people will make you think the road crossed the chicken. It's insane. You're like, what? He's like, yo, I didn't scam you. I was helping you be careful. Be careful? What is you talking
Wow.
about here? He's like,
So,
yeah, oh, yeah, because there's scammers out there. You got to be careful, bro. Like, wow.
hey man,
But they don't leave. Like, it's not like a scammer like here where you get scammed and they disappear. No, he stays there with you. He will hang out and still talk to you like he didn't
Yo,
scam you
so
that's
he's like that dude that steals something from you and try to help you find it.
and try to help you find it. worse, worse because he knows that he stole it and he's still looking with you. It's like, hey bro, oh yeah, I got it. Oh, it's in my left pocket right here, but yeah, I didn't take it, bro. Let's look in the couch.
You
Sits
you need to
insane.
create a new email address for him.
Yo, I kicked him. So he was still getting in there. I needed to do that. But see, if it was the KYC, I needed it to be attached to my real email. You know what I mean? The problem is I dismissed myself from giving him my real email and gave him the email to the accounts that I was doing my business in.
Ooh.
Wasn't really serious business. It was just accounts that I was getting a lot of work done through. Well, he started logging into those accounts, like these websites where people did work for hire websites. He started logging into my work for hire websites and started targeting the support team, telling them that the people who I was paying to do work were scamming me and I needed a refund. And really, he
jeez.
just really wanted to get the money and try to transfer the money without me knowing. The problem is I was catching it. I was getting emails from these people. And I was like, whoa, I'm not talking to these people. Who the hell is talking to these people? So I ended up having to kick him out the account. Once I kicked him out the account, I still had to go into the settings and deactivate every device that ever logged in because he was still in there. The guy was in my Facebook, everything. So
That's so crazy. Like I can,
bro, Nigerians are bruh. I thought they scam here.
man, we gotta
I,
have. I thought Detroit scammers was different, man. Like this,
bro,
I'm just gonna tell you, man. So look, we need to have a part two of that. We need a full story here in Neighborhood Talk, man. But
Yeah,
we
we
gonna
need a
keep
part two of that
we need a
for
part two. We're
sure.
gonna keep it, man.
For
So
sure.
talking about the Scare Bear collection, man. Does this collection come with the Web3 gaming concept? And if it does, do you have a gaming engine that you're using to develop your game?
Unity, I believe it's Unity. What is that? Unity, Unreal, something like that.
Oh,
I totally forget because we keep changing, we keep jumping back and forth because we dealing with issues um, with creating this game and intertwining it with the cryptocurrency. That's the
okay,
main problem. You know what I mean? Because the game is done, and it's a it's pretty much a simple game. It's called
okay,
Evo Adventure, and basically there's the Evo Bear, and the Evo Bear is pretty much kind of like your Subway Surfer guy. He's
okay.
running down different environments, and it's a run and jumping game. He's picking up coins, and the object of it is to really collect coins so that you can basically equal up some of the value of what the cryptocurrency is, because we've attached a cryptocurrency to it, which is the Evo Bear token. So when you play the game, the more coins that you collect, the more you like the more Evo Bear tokens you can redeem, and then you can use those Evo Bear tokens for different things, staking, merchandise purchases, or even once the liquidity is built, you can even redeem them for cash. But right
Ah,
now it's early, so the idea early is to get in early, play the game, collect the coins, and then once the liquidity is built, you'll be able to start doing different things. You will be able to do staking with the coins earlier on. You'll be able to do staking, and then once the liquidity is unlocked, you'll start receiving rewards for the staking or whatnot. But yeah, it's a simple game. I didn't want to go crazy with it because
yeah.
we wanted to make the full game and attached all of the stories to it, and it was like, oh man, it's gonna take too long. We don't have all the dollars. We don't have all the funding right now for it. So let's do something simple. That way
Yeah.
we can attract a lot of these kids, get them into this, get them into this thing. I mean, what's better than kids making money for free? You know
Playing
what
the
I
art
mean?
stuff they already gonna do. They already gonna play video
They're already
games.
gonna do it.
Play
Yeah,
the
they're
art
already gonna do
concept.
it. They're gonna buy
So
the suits, the skins, and all of that other stuff. But all of
Hmm.
that goes into the liquidity. That's not my profit. The idea of it is to use it, whatever money that's made in the project is to use to put back into the liquidity, so that the liquidity funds more projects. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a bank.
So another question I have for you, like, will you be working with like a phygital concept with your NFTs, meaning like you're mixing like physical products with the NFTs that people can mint? So say that you have like a scare bear concept with somebody get a physical ideation of it, or like something else in like the worlds.
Later, later. So they have to have all the collections to get like physical ownerships of like toys and stuff like that, because we were gonna do toy accessories of um each actual scare bear, but we didn't want to do 5,000 scare bears, and we wanted to do it for people who was committed. So they'll get like, we haven't come up with all of the things because I keep changing them, because things keep changing all the time, but they were gonna get um, the toy, the shirt, the it would, like, it depends on the collection. They'd have, like I said, they'd have to have at least a certain amount of each collection. At the five scare bear, um, the lady scare bear, the Evo scare bear, the baby scare bear, which is free. It'll be a free airdrop after the purchase of the lady scare bear, and then they'll get the reptilian, the cybernetic reptile. They got to have all of these pieces to create a family to receive these physical items as a gift or whatever. And like I say, we haven't figured out. We know we were doing toys because the plan originally was to down here in Detroit to try to find a spot down here, maybe downtown with Eastern Market. It's like one of the main attraction places here in Detroit,
Yeah.
and build the first NFT store in Detroit from ScarBear. And it's a digital store. The whole outlay is a digital store. There won't be any cash there or anything like that. And you will be able to purchase items inside the store with the actual Scare Bear token or the Evo Bear token. You won't come in, you won't spend cash. So people out who played the game, won tokens, sort of like Chuck E. Cheese,
Yeah.
or whatever one of these places. You the tokens that you redeem through the exchange or through the video game or through the free airdrops or anything like that, you'll be able to come through and redeem physical products. It's like an NFT cafe, and we'll have shirts in there, um, the chips, because we do have a corn chip brand called their Evo corn chips. They'll be able to get snacks and all of the things of the nature that's in the store, and they'll get the NFT experience. What'll happen is there'll be a personal collection that'll be released inside the store, right?
Okay.
So like say the Evo Bear collection, we have the Evo Bear collection that's 3,800. There'll be another collection that'll be probably 2,000 uh, different Evo Bears. That collection will only be able to be bought in store. You'll go up to a shirt. Each shirt will have an individual product on it, uh,
Like a
digital
QR code.
intellectual property. You'll have
Yeah.
a QR code. Yep. Put your camera on. You'll be able to make that purchase right in store. When you make that purchase in store, anything that we use that shirt. So if we sell more shirts of that particular with that particular design on it, you get a 10%. You get a 10% cut off every sale from that. So we'll sell out the shirt collection in the store first, then we'll rebring back and start selling the shirts in there regularly. So it'll
Okay.
be just like how your NFT market is, where you got to sell out first, then you can bring them in for auctioning. We'll do the same exact thing with the apparel. Everybody will come in, they'll mint NFTs in the store, they'll mint them through the shirts, and they'll receive the actual NFT in their wallet through minting the shirts. So they won't really pay for the shirts in store. That won't happen. They'll just be minting an NFT and they'll get the shirt. That's their intellectual property now. So by it being their intellectual property, we'll do the split, like I say, of profit. So you'll get 10% of every sale of that particular shirt whenever we sell that shirt. And
Like the
it's like I
residual.
said,
Okay.
the residual income. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I mean, there's more
Okay.
things. Like I said, I put them together. I put them together as I go. I
Yeah.
constantly keep moving that roadmap around because things keep changing in this space all the time, and we're in a seriously horrible bear market. So I'm moving prices around. I'm pushing back collections, and just doing different things, coming up with different ideas.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
And that's all gonna work out for you, man. But yeah, we got to get through this bear market, and so that concludes our interview question. Okay, so now we're going to head over to what we call Capper Facts on Neighborhood Talks. It's
Hmm.
basically where we like give you a series of like questions, and you just respond Capper Facts, and you give us your reasoning as to why. So the
Okay.
first one is bears are better than apes. Capper Facts.
Bears are better than apes. Are we talking scare bears or are we talking Bay Sea apes?
Whatever you want.
uh, Bears are better than apes. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
You got to come fact with that, man.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a
that's part of
fact.
your brand,
That's a
man. You know
fact.
what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact. That's my brand. That's my brand. That's a fact.
Right. All
You
right,
know.
man. So next cap or fact question for you, man, is the metaverse will flop cap or fact?
Hmm. Yeah, that's cap.
Yeah, the cap.
That's destiny right there.
There you go.
Agreed, man. So the last one is crypto and NFTs are the future of new currency. Capper Facts.
Oh, that's a fact. It's crypto and NFTs. NFT. Hmm. That's a different thing. crypto's definitely. I mean, NFTs probably definitely going to be um, the new norm for what I would say is artwork, everything that we know in life as far
Yeah,
as music, because it's only going to keep it's only going to keep evolving.
yeah,
Do I see it? Will I see it as a currency later on? Probably not. I will see it exactly how I see museums. I mean, like I say, artworks at museums, books, things of that fashion. These things will just not exist in real life anymore, and you'll only be able to purchase them. And we know when that changes, we know value starts to change. So I believe we'll reap the benefits of this stuff right now, and I think later on we won't be able to reap as much benefits as we would in the beginning. As far as um, the only currency that'll exist going into the future.
All
yeah.
right, I got you.
That makes
Um,
sense.
and I do want to say thank you
Not just
for coming out and being on our neighborhood. I just wanted to thank you for coming out and speaking with us on Neighborhood Talk tonight. Do you have any final words for the listeners and how they can reach you?
yeah, the ScarBear NFT, ScarBear NFT. Don't do scare bears or scares bear. ScarBear NFT. ScarBear NFT is minting right now for cheap as hell, like $6 a bear. That's about as cheap as you can get really any NFT right about now. It's 50 Crow. Crow is the actual blockchain that we're on. Um, and you can go to scarebearsociety.com, mint one right there through your wallet. You mint three, you get a fourth one free. And yeah, that's it. My personal Twitter is um, Allen Wrench Bundy. Allen Wrench Bundy is it's Wrench with an R instead of with a W. Um, and like I said, you can contact me on anything if there's any issues on Scare Bear. If anybody want to know more about Scare Bear, on any page, I run both pages. So on any page, it really don't matter. But if anybody's here and they're listening and they want to get in early, there's some things that like this coin that's about to be released. You can get in early by just DMing me, asking me about how to get in early, and I'll give you all the instructions on what you got to do so that you can receive that early token. And we're giving away early tokens before we start this liquidity pool. That'll be a big thing. It's free money.
Man, well, there you have it, man. We're talking about Scareback collection. You just witnessed, one of our fellow Detroiter dropping this NFT knowledge and gaming concept on us here at Neighborhood Talk, man. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show here at Neighborhood Talk. We appreciate you, but y'all know how we do. We keep it going. We're right back at it this Friday, September 9th. We have a special guest for you. We had the founder of Casino Coin, Daniel Keller, and I'm really excited about hosting Daniel Keller, and I love this project. It's Casino Coin. You don't want to miss it this Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're keeping it going, and you already know our claim to being the newest and the latest. We do the newest and latest things here over here in Neighborhood Tales and Neighborhood Talk. Follow our Discord for our latest drops. We're giving away $100,000 in cash prizes. You don't want to miss the latest exclusive drops. All you need to do is follow our Discord. You can hop right over to our Twitter page. Click on the link in our bio. That'll lead you right over to our Discord and stay up to tune with all of our drops. Neighborhood Tales, everything. You can find me at JD Jones. I'm your host, one of your hosts, JD Jones, at JD Jones everywhere. Hey, yo, Mocca, you already know how we get down. We the latest team. It's always a pleasure to host with you on this platform.
Yeah, man. I like tonight. It was a good night.
It was.
Uh, always good to host with you. But y'all, I just want to thank all the listeners for joining us on episode 10 of Neighborhood Talks tonight. And you can find us at NH Tales on Twitter and Neighborhood Tales everywhere else. Y'all cannot get rid of us if you wanted to. So we on IG, TikTok, Discord, LinkedIn, Facebook, and you can catch the recordings of the Neighborhood Talks on our YouTube channel. And that's for me. You can find me on Mocha on the Block on Twitter and IG. And it's been a pleasure. And y'all until next time.
It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood. Would you be